Right, I have just arrived at my destination. I'm here to try something different. I'm here to try flash photography. It's sunset, it's a little bit dark here under the trees, and I haven't used flash for a very long time. To be honest, I haven't used a flashlight, strobe light on any mirrorless cameras, and I have been using mirrorless cameras for about 6 years now, 6-7 years. Yeah, this is my first. I'm here with a nice flash, budget friendly, beginner friendly, I guess. So yeah, NEEWER Z2S with a round head, budget friendly, beginner friendly flashlight. So I'm gonna try to set it up with this is a Sony version. It comes with a Nikon, Canon and Fuji versions. I'm gonna set up my camera on the tripod, connect the camera to the app, and figure out how it works and try to take a self-portrait using this very trusty Vanguard tripod today, because I think it fits the purpose very well. This is definitely not tall enough for a self-portrait, and it's falling over too. What am I doing? I've honestly used the tripod before once. I will be connecting the NEEWER flash to my old and trusty Sony a7 IV. So first I'm gonna try just putting the flash straight on the camera and direct on. Let's see what happens in an environment like this. Oh shit, it's got a little cover. That's it. Beautiful. Okay, I'm here from the camera. It's not standing very straight. Hopefully it won't fall over. Anyway, I've connected the camera to the app, and the first thing I can see that it's very dark. I can hardly see anything on the screen, and this is the main reason why I haven't used flashlights on the mirrorless cameras, because on the camera screen you see the camera settings and what camera settings represent or show on the screen in real time. But because the flashlight is quite bright, so you have to have a camera set quite dark to shoot, so you don't see the actual results until you take the picture. And the first impression, this is what I'm getting. It's very dark on here. I'm gonna try the 1/320th of a second, because normally standard flash and a shooter inside the camera can synchronize up to 1/250th of a second, but this flash is different. It can synchronize to any shutter speed. So I'm going just one step faster than the normal flash, and I can't see much, but I'm gonna take a picture and see what we're gonna get. Okay, moment of truth. Well, I'm actually surprised. This is looking pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna start a little closer. Okay, one more. It works. It's a very harsh looking picture. But yeah, I'm lit. The background looks darker than it really is, but I'm lit. Okay, let's change some settings and try something else. All right, second approach. This is slightly different. I have changed the camera settings. I have put ISO up from 100 to 400 ISO. I've reduced the shutter speed to 1/60th of a second, and I'm leaving the flash in fully auto TTL, which stands for through the lens, or used to stand through the lens, because now it's all mirrorless, so it's a bit different. But yeah, fully automatic flash and all the settings. I can actually see myself this time on the app. Let's try this one. Okay. This is not bad. This is not bad at all, considering I haven't done anything apart from putting flash on the camera and switching flash in auto, camera in manual. The nice thing is that you can see what you're doing, so you can actually adjust the camera settings when you see it's too dark or too bright without touching the flashlight at all. Okay, let's try one more. I'm gonna move a little bit back so see how far it reaches me. Okay. I'm gonna do a few more little tests. I'm gonna tilt the flash head just a tiny bit up. Once you get the settings right in the camera, the flash does everything. I know it's got a manual mode. I don't really want to be faff. I just want to light the subject when I need extra light. and straight out of the box in TTL mode, it does the job very well. I just concentrate on camera and what camera does, the settings, and I get the flash working automatically. Neat. The usual flash has got a rectangular head which has got a smaller light. Although they are okay and they're bright, this one is projecting light a bit further, a bit brighter, because it's a bigger surface. This as well, this particular one has got a magnetic attachment, so when you buy their own attachments, they attach magnetically to the end of it. You can obviously use standard soft boxes or umbrellas with this to give you more control over the lights. It has got a removable battery, but it's chargeable by USB-C, so you don't need a charger. You can charge it inside the flashlight or separately, so you can buy additional one if you shoot a lot and you need to swap the batteries while you're shooting. It's all made out of tough plastic, but really feels good. All of it is really nicely made. Dedicated switch for manual or TTL, the automatic, very nice, so you don't have to go through any menus, you just flick it through. It's fairly easy to operate, nice and big display, easy to control. There's a wheel on the bottom, not exposure compensation, but the power output, so you can actually reduce it by -3 or up to -3 or up to +3 without changing any camera settings if you want to vary the brightness. Obviously in manual mode you got a full control over the flash. All the stuff I've shot with TTL was pretty good. Obviously I have done very simple stuff you have seen here. You can do so much with the light like this. So many different ways to soften the light so you don't have this harsh shadowy look. You can obviously bounce the light, you can bounce it off the ceilings or walls, so you don't point it at your subject but the other way and bounce it back. Simple things like a piece of white paper, you can just stick it over this to diffuse the light. Like a tracing paper, even better. You can improvise a lot of ways to make this work. For the price it costs, this is a superbly made and very well working flash. Controlling flash indoors is so much easier. This is a quite late evening, it's a summer, so it's still bright outside, quite late, but you can see how blue it is. This is very dark. Let's do a photo without the flash at all first. Much pitch black. Now let's switch the flash on, pointing directly at me. The head is pointing right at me. Let's try this one. Yeah, I look like a deer in the headlights. Straight on, very harsh shadows. It's okay for kind of paparazzi look, but not brilliant. But what's brilliant for doing photography with flash indoors, with a powerful flash like this, is the white ceiling. This ceiling is quite low above me, so it's brilliant, large white surface to bounce the light back. So I'm gonna point the head of the flash straight up and then bounce it off the ceiling. I've not only put the flash right up, but I've also increased the power by +3, the maximum compensation within the flash in TTL mode. Have a look at the difference now. Yeah. Huge difference. Shadows are really soft, it looks more natural. With this you can balance it, you can do it on the angles, you can do it to the walls opposite your subject. You can do so much more to get really cool results indoors with a flash like this. If you shoot in a too dark environment and you struggle to focus and compose your pictures on the camera, there is a built-in modeling light, actually two built-in modeling light. This is very simple. You basically switches the light on front continuously, so you can illuminate your subject so you can see what you're focusing on. But if you are using the head to bounce the light off the ceiling, for example, so you can't illuminate your subject with this light, there's another one built in at the front. Very useful, especially if you're shooting indoors. Okay, I'm here with Amy. She's helping me out to pose. You don't have to see my ugly face on every single picture. But this is one thing with flash. Most people think the flash is for nighttime, for dark, but this is a great tool for brightening up the shadows on a sunny day like today. So let's shoot a few photos and you see what I mean. I'm very surprised how easy this is to use. Straight on, no diffusers, nothing, just straight on the camera, and how much difference you can get. I shot for years just using natural light. In a situation like this with the sun very high on a bright day, I would have to use a reflector. That means someone to help me or stands. This is a game changer. Very nice. The great deal with this flash is the high shutter speed thing. This is not standard with all the flashes. Here you can actually, as I mentioned before, you can shoot with any shutter speed you want and the flash will still synchronize. What do you mean synchronize? Basically, normally when the shutter speed is too fast, you will get a black bar. You'll see actually the shutter when it's closing and opening while the flash is firing and the picture is being taken. Here, no problem whatsoever. You can shoot whatever shutter speed you want. As I mentioned before, this is a Sony version, but depending on what camera you're using, you can also get one for Nikon or Canon or Fuji. It costs about £200 or $260, the whole thing. For what it is, this is a very good price. And if you need a flash not only for lighting your subject at night, in the middle of the night in the pitch blackness, but also for filling up the shadows or being creative with this. This gives you endless possibilities what you can do with the light, not only for portrait and shooting people, but for any kind of photography when you need light, which is all type of photography. This is a pretty well made and well priced product. I've got this wireless trigger. So this goes on camera and that wirelessly triggers the flash which is off the camera. So we're going to try that. I'm going to put the flash on the stand and move it off the camera. See what we're going to get. Flash is quite distance off from me. Let's try that. It certainly works and the flash is miles away from the camera over there. The camera is here. So we're gonna move this flashlight and stick it on the side of me like this, and I'm gonna also put the head up like this. Let's try it. Oh, that's actually quite cool. So we're gonna try this. I'm gonna put the flash right in the middle. It's right the opposite of the camera. Camera is right behind me there in the middle. I'm gonna tilt the head straight on me. This scene is pretty dark. The flash is right behind me. I'm gonna crank the, I'm gonna lower the shutter speed to 60, and I'm gonna crank the ISO to something like 1600. Okay, and actually I can see myself, and I'm gonna fire this now. Okay, the flash is right behind me. Hey, wow, this is very, very cool. Okay, let's do one more. Wow, this is working sweet. I haven't really done anything. I've managed to work out the wireless trigger. The flash is in the fully automatic TTL mode. First test, good. What do you think? Also, it's equipped with a multi mode. That means if you've got multiple of these, you can control them all from one of these. So one becomes a transmitter and the ones are receivers, so you can remotely control them. And the wireless trigger I was using just a moment ago, this is a separate purchase as well. You buy this separately, and this can control 5 different lights from this. And it is the same as this, very easy to use, not really a rocket science, and I didn't have to find the manual to make this work. It's a sunset. It's well, that camera literally sees nothing. I can see the sky and that's it. I'm gonna try to take a picture as is. No changing settings, nothing. Jesus, too bright. I have never been a huge flash shooter. I've always used them on my DSLR cameras or with the DSLR cameras to help me when there was no other option. I've always used wireless triggers. I think this is a must-have with something like this, so you can take it off the camera and create more professional look. You have more control. This is not probably flash for someone who shoots in a studio. Maybe, but I can't see this being not enough for a wedding photographer or event photographer of any kind, or someone basically who just needs extra light, which is all of us photographers. I really recommend it. I really like this and I really recommend it. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. You know what the drill is. Like, comment, subscribe, you know, the whole thing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.